Welcome to Divine Public School. I am your science teacher. We are learning chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Now, we were talking about nucleus last time. Let me gather a little more information on nucleus and then I am going to take you more on it. See, when we started, it says a cell has three things, right? When we started, it says the cell has three things. What are that? Here, the plasma membrane, nucleus and a cytoplasm. So, we started with plasma membrane. Then we have seen cell wall also in the middle. Now we are going to learn, we have already started with nucleus. So, in nucleus what we suppose, the nucleus is a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. So, nucleus is in the inside the cell. Inside the cell, I cannot say it is at the center, right. So, nucleus is inside a cell. Inside the cell, even nucleus is covered with two double layer membrane, which we call as a nuclear membrane. That is also allows the material from inside to outside, the way the cell wall used to, or uh, plasma membrane used to do. Now, then we saw inside nucleus, it contains chromosomes. Chromosome is a rod-like structure, right? Yes, right. It is made up of chromatins. Yeah. So, chromatin actually is like a hair-like structures inside the nucleus. It is spreaded everywhere. Whenever a cell is going to divide, right, this chromatin arrange themselves in form of a chromosome, which is like a rod-like structure, which I have already showed you the picture last time. And inside chromosome, it has inheritance of characteristics in the form of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So, inside chromosome there is something called DNA, right, which has a helix structure that carries inheritance information from a parent to the next generation. Now, see, this is really important. See, you must be having a characteristics of your parent, your mother and a father. You must be having a characteristics of your parent, your mother and a father, okay, both. Some might be visible, some might not be visible. That doesn't mean the characteristics is not there. It is there, right? That characteristics comes like in the form of your height, your color, your hair, anything, right? It comes. Some might have a characteristics which comes from their parents, yes, from the grandparents, which might not be shown in your parent, but it is there in your, it is there. So, this is how the characteristics flows from one generation or two generations, right. So, this information is been carried by which, inside the cell, inside nucleus there is a chromosome, and inside chromosome there is something called DNA. So, our DNA carries all this information, okay. Think. So, suppose you have a height, but your parent, nobody, your father or mother don't have a height that much as what you are having, but because of your grandparent you might be having that much height. So, that characteristics comes to you from your grandparent, okay. That, so where does this information is stored? This information is stored inside the DNA of your parents, which might not be represent in their age, but it will be represented in your generations, okay. The same thing happen when you have an offspring, your child, and the characteristics which not shown in you, it might shown in your parent, in your child. So, again the DNAs have something as functional segment called genes, okay. Now, as what I told you, the chromatin is like a hair like structure which is spreaded all over in the nucleus, which get arranged whenever organized into chromosomes. Now, what more role does a nucleus play? Nucleus play a central role in a cellular reproduction. So, whenever a cell reproduce or it is going to divide, it, so who will help? Nucleus will help, right. So, whenever a single cell divides and form two new cells, nucleus plays a very important role in dividing it, okay. So, nucleus plays a very important role in dividing it. Just a second. again. So I said who plays an important role? Nucleus plays an important role. The process of a single cell divides into two new cells, and in that process nucleus helps us that, right? Now with the environment in determining the way the cell develop and what form it will exhibit, that depend upon the chemical activities happening at that moment when a cell is dividing. So it will decide. Now let us see in some in organisms like bacteria. For example, bacteria. Now what happen in bacteria? Bacteria do not have what? Bacteria do not have a nuclear membrane. So they do have a nucleus, but they do not have a nuclear membrane. So what happen is, whenever, right, so there are two types of organisms we characterized. Let me show you. One is called prokaryotic and other is a eukaryotic, right? So based on, right, one is called a pro means, let me show you here first. So whenever undefined region containing nucleic acid, right, let me show you, in organisms like bacteria, again I am repeating, in bacteria the nuclear region of the cell is not properly developed, it is poorly developed. Why? Because of the absence of nuclear membrane. Such unclear nuclear regioning containing, so when it do not have a proper nucleus, so what it having? It has only nucleic acid, which we call it as nucleoid. So such undeveloped nucleus, we do not call that as nucleus, we call it as a nucleoid. Such organisms which has a lack means they do not have a cell membrane, nuclear membrane, such organisms are called prokaryotes. So who are called prokaryotes? The organisms like bacteria whose nucleus is not properly developed, right? Such organisms whose nucleus is not properly developed, who do not have a nuclear membrane, such organisms are called prokaryotes, right? Such organisms are called prokaryotes. So what do we call those organisms whose nucleuses are properly developed? The one whose nucleus are properly developed, who has a nuclear membrane around the nucleus, we call it as a eukaryotes. So what are eukaryotes? The one whose nucleus is properly developed and has a nuclear membrane, while what are the prokaryotes? Whose nucleus is properly membrane, not properly developed and do not have a lack of nuclear membrane. Okay. So likewise organisms are, remember, organisms are characteristics into two ways. First, prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Prokaryotes, nucleus is not properly developed and a lack of nuclear membrane, yes. And eukaryotes, nucleus is properly developed and presence of nuclear membrane. Okay. So that is what we have discussed about nucleus. Now see, many of the functions, not just that thing, in prokaryotic organisms, even it do not have cell use. I told you there are many cell organelles between cell membrane or plasma membrane and the nucleus. There is the region. Over that region, it has many cell organelles which we are going to study one by one. Those cell organelles are properly developed in a eukaryotic cell, but are not properly developed or may be absent in a prokaryotic cell. In eukaryotic it is developed, but in prokaryotic it is not. So many of the functions of such organelles are performed by poorly organized parts of cytoplasm. Now the chlorophyll in photosynthetic prokaryotic bacteria is associated with the membranous vesicles, bag like structure, but not the plastids as in eukaryotic cell. So see, photosynthesis has been done by plants, right, but there are bacteria which also do this. So what I am talking is, in leaves they have chlorophyll which is green in color, that is why the leaves and all these trees are green in color. That chlorophyll helps for the process of photosynthesis, and in that they have plastids in eukaryotic cell, because plant is a eukaryotic. While in prokaryotic bacteria, they do have chlorophyll, but that are connected with a membranous vesicles, bag-like structure. That will help, and they do not have plastid. We will see little when we are going to study plant cell and animal cell. Now cytoplasm, right? Cytoplasm is the region between, I said, it is a fluid which is between the cell membrane and the nucleus. So when we look at the temporary mounts of an onion peel or a human chick cell, yes, we can see our human chick cell also. This region, for that you don't need to cut yourself, okay. This region takes a very little stain, it is called cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is nothing but it is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. So what I said, plasma membrane and the nucleus, in between there is a fluid that we call it as a cytoplasm, and inside cytoplasm it has many cell organelles, right, which we are going to study next. So cell organelles are enclosed by membranes in prokaryotic besides the absence of nuclear region. Cell organelles are absent. So in prokaryotic cell organelles are absent, in eukaryotic they have a cell organelles. So there is no big in a cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid that flows between a plasma membrane and the nucleus. Okay guys, fine. So we will see till here. I am going to take the next top lecture is going to little longer because we are going to see many cell organelles. Okay, till then bye, take care.